Welcome back to the 2020 Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova Champion Discs. We're out here at Wild Horse Golf Club for some round 3 league card action. Weather's a little iffy. Hopefully a play won't be. I'm Ian Anderson, again joined by Mr. Nate Sexton. Let's watch some disc golf. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Nate Sexton, also sitting next to me. How's it going, Nate?
Doing great. Happy to be back.
We are watching our round 3 league card. That was Garrett Gurthie. That is Ricky Wysocki, and a new face for maybe a couple people, Tristan Tanner.
Yeah, great player, though. Only 991, but that won't last long. He's got huge power, good putt. It's a treat. You're going to get a good treat watching him.
Yeah, he was playing hurt all last year, so that rating is kind of artificially low.
That makes sense.
He's out of Longmont, Colorado, and we're on hole 1. Nate, tell us about it.
Hole 1 is 415 feet, kind of straight ahead. It's just barely blind from the tee pad, and you have to hit a gap that's skinny enough that at 415-foot power, it makes you think about it a little bit. There is a big hyzer play as well, but most guys just trying to go up the middle. Control the skip is probably the hardest thing here because it is just like really hard, quick grass up there.
And that downhill green as well. You reaching for a Thunderbird here?
Yeah, this is a big germ Thunderbird.
What was the other option?
Also big germ Thunderbird, but this one's the more overstable of the two.
Nice.
Just trying to think about keeping my back straight here, trying to throw it flat, make sure it doesn't come out with too much hyzer.
This feels like a great Thunderbird hole.
Yeah, I think so. A little bit less skip, and 415 is a pretty perfect distance for me with that disc.
That's a nice looking line, Nate.
Yeah, I loved it out of my hand. I thought perfectly flat, shouldn't skip much. It kind of did skip much, but not bad still. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, in the circle, putting for the 2 to start your day. And this guy, Double G Garrett Gurthie.
One of a kind.
Isn't he, man? He is incredible. He'll amaze you watching him. Then you meet him in person, he'll amaze you with how nice he is.
He's the complete package.
This is an Emperor.
And it's hit a cloud.
Yeah, it's just doing Double G things. It'll come in eventually, I promise. There it is. That's a kind of destroyer clone.
I think so, yeah. I think that's what he hit that ace with.
That's the disc, yep. And Ricky Wysocki, 2-time world champ. I love this dude, man. He's just a good hang.
Yeah, super. I was so excited to see the card I was fortunate enough to play with.
It was a great one, wasn't it?
Bunch of good dudes.
And Ricky going sans hat this year. It's a new year. It's a new Rick. But he's still reaching for a Firebird.
He's going flex play here. And this is pretty right. This Firebird is a tired old girl, I think. She didn't swing as much as you would have thought, and he gets an unlucky kick off the tree, and he stops dead on the path. So that's going to be out of bounds and pretty early, too. Disappointing start.
Yeah, that's a harsh way to start your day. Tristan Tanner, he's reaching for a VIP gatekeeper.
Yeah, just a little mid-range, 415. Don't worry about it.
I like this line. For the green, it's going to nestle nicely.
Oh, yeah, I'd love it. Sure. We want 415 though.
Okay, point made, Nate. Point made.
Obviously, perfect. I mean, if you've got it and you want to minimize skip, bring out that mid. But 415 again. Let me say that one more time.
Very fair. Very fair. That was Rick just laying up for his bogey. Double G eyeing down. I'll look at a 2 here.
This is probably 40 feet, maybe
you see a
42.
Tinge of the circle there in front of him. Yeah.
Little bit of wind to worry about. Money.
What a hit.
Down on that low right. That's his spot, though. He putts that high hyzer putt. So that's not a rare type of make for him. He's going to drop it right down in the bucket.
There's no such thing as a comeback putt when you're Double G. They're all drop-ins.
Little left, but it's home.
Staring right at the gallery, man.
Mm-hmm.
Those are intimidating putts to start your round. Nice to see you still hot on the green.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this earlier. You missed 0 circle 1 putts the first 2 rounds.
Still perfect.
Love it, man. That was Rick with his bogue, and Tristan. What a shot.
That was great.
Just blowing it in, Nate.
Get that exhale.
It plays.
Oh, and show the logo to the camera.
Get that firefly. All right, we are on to hole 2, and we're about to see some rips, Nate.
Yeah, and this is a great change. This hole was a par 4, but it was just too short. Maybe only 600 or so. I honestly think it maybe even still longer than 649. But as you can see, super well guarded pin now. nobody's getting up there in one. So it's a huge crush. And then no matter where you are, pretty much a blind shot, big hyzer, forehand or backhand to try to get in there on the green.
Yeah, it's great on the great change. It was just drive, easy layups last year.
Drive and like jump putt.
Yeah.
And then pitch it in.
You on the box, probably going for a destroyer, I would imagine.
Yeah, I felt a little headwind, went with a slightly more overstable destroyer. I do want to see a little bit of right movement, and this just barely did it. It's not bad because it's not in the trees. Maybe like 425, 430.
Cool. Double G, going back to that Emperor. See the gun on G?
Whew. 74.
He crushes.
Yeah, and that wasn't even good, and it still got way up there.
He's almost pin high.
Yeah, that got low and right on him, but inbounds, probably not that bad of a look from over there.
Tristan?
Just such a slow walk up. Shows you really it does not matter that you hurry in the beginning of the shot. It's all about being explosive in the moments that matter, and he's such a great example of that because he's so controlled with the walk up, and then all of a sudden lightning quick, and the disc is saying bye.
It is incredible. It explodes out of his hands. That was a Ballista Pro for the record. This is Ricky, and he is reaching for a Star Destroyer.
This is kind of similar to my shot, a little more distance on it. I think both of us probably thinking about getting a little more turnover than we did.
Yeah, giving yourself a little more room to work with that ceiling. Get around those trees. So here is your second shot.
And this is completely blind. Hard to figure out holes like this when you only get time for one practice round. This is a little bit wide. And coming down, you see the paint there, so that's coming down right around low 40s.
Little putt. It's kind of on this intersection of ridges up there.
Yeah, it's a kind of a treacherous green. A little bit of downslope, and there is some OB behind it if you really crushed it. Just a simple standstill for Tristan here.
This is a Lucid Justice.
And that's a very overstable disc.
Yes, they are.
And that's just outside the circle.
Our boy Johnny Football loves those for his
his
rollover forehands.
He would.
Rick?
Probably a pig.
Yeah, looks like it.
And that's all right. Just short inside the circle.
Not a bad spot. Clean putt, too.
And now G. I think this is the brand new Invictus.
Oh, yeah, you're correct. What is that like?
Like a little faster Firebird, kind of.
Okay.
Like a more overstable Thunderbird, slightly faster Firebird, something like that.
Somewhere in there. And
bad roll.
Yeah, he caught the backside of that mound and just trickled off it there. So here is his third. Kind of a scary bid to run 100%.
It's probably a Sonic.
It looked like it, didn't it? Signature Double G disc. And here is your bid from, like you said, around 40.
Super happy with that one. A little bit of headwind. Trying to convince myself I could make it, and turns out I could.
That was a scary one, man.
Yeah.
That was going to be a big comebacker. But you were due.
Yeah, for sure.
Tristan's going to try and bite off that line.
He's got that spin putt delivery, strong in the wind, really consistent.
You see that Colorado, Colton Montgomery has kind of the same spin putt. They grew up in the same area, playing some windy golf. Ricky for the bird.
Nice.
Let's see Rick back out here just being his normal self.
Yeah, I'm so happy that he's feeling strong, and definitely everybody was worried about him.
Definitely. Double G looks to be cleaning up the lone par here.
Ricky had a little battle with Lyme disease. For anyone uninformed, unfortunately contracted Lyme disease last year. Had a few months where he was losing a lot of weight, not feeling great. But yeah, clearly feeling more like his normal self now.
Dude is back. He's throwing just as fast as he was last year. I mean, that's a pretty good indication of strength, right?
Yeah, sure.
He's ripping those 70-mile-an-hour heaters all day.
He's on the lead card, so that tells you a lot.
That also tells you something. Great putt from Tristan right there as it started to rain. It's going to take us into hole 3.
Hole 3, 389. No OB really to worry about. A little bit of an uphill finish, so it's just kind of a nice big wide hyzer for most players. I would think distance driver.
I should play.
I'm going with the Destroyer.
This one of your more stable ones?
It's brand new. Kind of falls. I would say certainly on the more stable side. I just put it in the bag for this tournament. It's actually not a brand new disc for those knowing about the little weight problems with some of the brand new to my bag, 2 years old.
There you go.
So no worries there. Innova definitely feeling bad about that mistake and doing all we can to recall those discs.
Yeah. This is a Lucid Gateway from Tristan. No.
Oh, and that path is not out of bounds.
Thankfully. That would be pretty mean. But I'll have a long putt, and it's one you can run with a backstop. This is a Halo Destroyer from Ricky, I believe.
Yeah.
68-mile-an-hour mash out of Rick. That's good.
Sweet.
You guys are hanging out on the dance floor.
And this is Invictus again. This will be a little bit better indication of how it flies.
Oh, sure. Double G got me. I thought he was going to throw like a big towering hyzer, but he threw this low penetrating one.
Yeah. Slower disc than the rest of us are going with.
Yeah.
So just trusting that overstability.
It's a great line, though. It kind of just skips right towards the basket that you don't get with that spike hyzer.
Closest drive.
Sure. Tristan. Yeah, that was an on spin. And we should be looking at 3 birdies from the rest of the gang here. Rick all day. We have some good Ricky fans out there today.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember it was a couple years ago, man. The place was just electric with, yeah, Rick, all day, man. Everywhere we went.
Easy guy to root for.
He is, isn't he? So is this guy, Double G. Gonna tap in his birdie here.
3 birdies. 1 tap in left for Tristan to make his par.
Should be no problem for him. Did you see those glasses Tristan's wearing?
Not really up
Did you
close.
see how scratched up they are?
No, I didn't.
I was like, how can you see out of those? Maybe they're his lucky pair.
That signature high left arm. And just crushed.
Most people look like they're throwing 76 when they throw 76 or 74. Double G just looks like it's come about 55.
Yeah.
And then 20 miles an hour comes out of nowhere.
All day.
It is incredible. Hole 4, Nate.
309 over the golf green, over the bunker, and then the basket just perched on that little built-up area, super steep behind it. So you're going to want to throw like backhand mid-range or forehand driver and try to check up on that little hillside just in front of the basket. I'm going with the Firebird here. This is a little bit too much hyzer. Probably a friendly tree. I was pretty worried it was going to roll in the sand, but it didn't.
Yeah, it looked like you're going to be down by that fence if it didn't tag that tree. But
Yeah, definitely a little bit fortunate. Bad shot. Still left with a little bit of a putt.
like circle's edge, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was like an inch outside the circle maybe. Just on the paint.
Ricky, he is throwing a pro pig, Nate.
Nice little stop on the rock, but he is definitely significantly long. He'll have a tricky putt from there, really uphill.
I feel like he might have wanted something a little less stable that's going to keep going right for him.
Yeah, he has some pretty beat up pigs, but yeah, I would tend to agree that you don't want a hard hyzer on the backhand play, and that was a nice rock shot, I believe, from Garrett.
That was beautiful. Tristan?
And that's more what you want that forehand to look like, keeping it straight over the sand and just checking up nicely.
Wow.
Just a little long. Have some branches to contend with, but he's pretty close.
He's got a casual forehand that smokes out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, 400 plus, no problem.
Wow.
Almost. Maybe without that branch, it's in.
That was a tough-looking bid from Rick there, and you were staring at death, Nate.
Just low.
It did nestle there nicely. Good bid, though. And Tristan, going to the knee, straddle around this tree here.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I didn't remember that one. Good catch by the basket there. And Garrett, that looks like his Color Glow Rock 3.
Great drive.
He throws that thing so beautifully.
Yeah, he does.
And a couple of drop-ins here from Rick And the captain, as I heard Double G call you yesterday.
Yeah, he always calls me captain.
Does he? Love it.
Oh, yeah.
I think he might have needed that tree. Slowed it down enough, kept it low.
Possible. Tough little putt.
That sure was. Nicely done by Tristan there.
Hi everyone, welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, home of the Las Vegas Challenge, the first stop on the road to the championship. This is the first of 26 events scheduled throughout the year around the world, giving the world's best players an opportunity to punch their ticket to the United States Disc Golf Championship at Winthrop University this fall. We look forward to seeing you in Rock Hill.
And Nate, we are back, and so is the Japan Open.
So exciting.
That's so cool, man.
It's been since 2014, I think.
That's really? Wow.
So really, really cool. Going to bring back, one of the most famous events in the sport. I can't even wait to be back.
Too cool. Hole 5 is a pump. You got to get over that green if you want to stay safe. Some people do lay up, though.
Yeah, 470. The green is very long. This is a little right, but that's going to be almost pin high.
Yeah.
Just over there on the fence. It's definitely kind of a decision time hole for me, whether I should lay up or I should try to go, it's probably about a 450 clearance to get safe on the far side.
Yeah, it is a pump. This is a Ballista Pro out of Tristan.
And that was just super high.
He has crazy power,
And
Nate.
got past it. Yeah, he was a little worried with the height, but it got by it easily. And yeah, he's just right out there outside the circle barely.
Take it. You're going Destroyer?
Yep.
So that means you're going for it, Nate.
Yep.
63-mile-an-hour rip.
And it's good angle.
Move. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'm real happy with that.
Nice shot, Nate.
Yep, right on the paint again, about 33 feet.
Take it. Ricky, I'm sure that's a Destroyer out of him as well. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a Champ T-Bird.
I don't think so.
He told me it was.
I think he had that in his hand, but he switched.
Did he? Okay.
This one's a Destroyer. I
That's
think.
not Champ,
It's
is
definitely
it?
not Champ.
Yeah.
I think I saw a T-Bird in his hand, but he must have. So he thought that was his game plan probably, but he switched it up.
Garrett, that's a really scary bid. I think he's like half go action there.
Mm-hmm.
Tristan, though, is going to give this a full go.
But this is a scarier bid, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
Than what Garrett had, because he's hyzering down the hill if he misses that. That was really committed. Beautiful putt. As you can kind of see, the clouds blowing in here. It's starting to get cold. The rain's on its way.
Tristan's had some great putts already.
I got this left for birdie. See ya.
Oh, no.
That was really bad. And that's a big hill.
Your first bad putt of the tournament, it feels like.
I think so.
Oh, Rick.
Nice birdie there.
Rick always gives the love for the cheers.
Mm-hmm. And I got this to save the par, probably about 27 feet,
Okay.
sharply uphill. And that,
Inches, Nate.
that one stings. It's really frustrating to kind of like decide to be aggressive, achieve that, and then still make a bogey. I mean, come on. That's why putting's important.
It is very important. Double G cleaning up the par.
Two great birdies, though. Tristan and Rick. That was pretty amazing.
Some great drives and some huge putts here. And nobody putts like Rick. Dude's one of a kind on the green, and he has one of a kind results.
Yeah.
Kicking it off on hole 6. We're going to see some bombs again.
Yeah, this one is big. 770-foot par 4 over these rocks. You want to get out into that grass, ideally, to set up kind of shot of choice to this little mound, forehand or backhand. If you can get inside about 300 or so, you've done really well.
It almost seems like you want to be lefter than righter for angle purposes on that second shot.
Yeah, maybe. Straight, I think, is best. Because if you actually go left, there is OB over there.
True.
But this is looking good. At first, it was pretty high and kind of scary for the out of bounds, but it's settling pretty nicely. You see that cart path where they are is OB over there.
Yeah, he's open, but he's pretty far from the pin over there.
Yeah, it's probably at least 300.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we got him at like 375. That was a Ballista Pro out of Tristan. This is a Destroyer from Rick.
And this is pretty turned.
Needs to get some fade here.
And he's kind of on the edge of that rock pile. As long as you're not in that rock pile, you're probably okay. But he got down to some fairly flat ground.
Yeah, should be able to pitch a forehand around those trees. Here is the Emperor out of Double G, 69 mile an hour smash.
This is smoked.
So far.
This is going to be nice and grassy.
And the basket's right there.
Yeah, that is lovely.
Destroyer from yourself.
Turning over a little much.
That was nice. Oh.
Yeah, it slid up there, but it just stuck itself to that pine tree.
Ugh.
So kind of a tricky lie.
That has been happening to you more than it seems like is possible. Right behind
sometimes,
trees and these fairways out here. Tristan, second shot.
This looks pretty nice.
Throwing an Opto Pioneer.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Better than pretty nice.
Dang, Tristan.
I didn't actually see that shot live. I was still over there kind of trying to find mine.
Uh-huh.
That was fantastic.
Looks like Ricky's got his Firebird. Gonna try and forehand it onto the green.
And that was a misrelease. Not really. That wasn't really in his way. He just got kind of a bad release on that. You see, I'm kind of forced into a tough position here where the branches are in my backswing. Trying to generate a lot of power out of the kneeling spot, and I didn't hit my line at all. In hindsight, probably should have thought about a Anheuser backhand with my back to the basket, but either way, it would be a really hard shot to execute.
And Double G taking advantage of the distance on that drive. Just throwing a nice, beautiful little upshot
so
here.
Easy.
Gosh. That distance is a real game changer. Ricky, this will be his third, just laying up for the 4. And here you are with a long birdie bid. You entertaining this one?
No, a little bit low ceiling. Didn't really try to make this at all.
But you laid it up perfectly, Nate.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Yep. Double G. Nicely done, Garrett. That'll bird. And he is just one back of you now, Nate. After you bogeyed, he birdied.
Yes.
It is tight. And Tristan is sitting just 2 back as well. He's been playing great. Now he's just 1 back.
Yeah, I don't really keep track of the scores that tightly, but I definitely knew they were gaining ground.
Yeah.
After I 3-putted.
You guys all have like a sense for it, right?
Sure. I mean, you can definitely tell, but I don't really, especially this early in the tournament. I'm not really.
Yeah, sure. There's no point. You're not going to change what you throw, right?
No.
Yeah. On to hole 7. It's kind of an interesting little hole. I don't know.
Yeah, at least medium size as well.
Yeah, I guess it is more medium size.
Yeah, 453 basket kind of down into depression, so you can't really see it that well. You kind of see the top of the flag. A couple little bushes that could stop you, but it's just kind of like a flat to hyzer. But there was some wind and some rain to deal with at this point. Just a little bit.
Tristan's going for a gatekeeper. And that is a mid, right? No.
I don't think so.
Not super familiar with Latitude 64 discs.
I'd be surprised if it was a mid, but
Yeah.
he might.
He could probably get one there. It left it a little bit right. Garrett. You said that's the Invictus?
Mm-hmm. And this is really right. Oh, and turned.
Yeah, this is quite yanked. I found Simon over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was hanging out?
He was hanging out, yeah. Ricky?
Destroyer, I would think.
Yep, it is.
Looking really good.
Wow.
Awesome.
Nice shot, Ricky. And I believe you are going...
Destroyer.
Is it? And right here, I'm like, this looks perfect.
Yeah, this got nice and flat. Get down in the bottom. And skip right over there.
Come on, Nate.
So
good.
Gotta love it.
So good. And Double G, he's finding himself quite a bit right and a little bit, I don't know if you can call it short. Mostly just right.
Yeah, not short. Maybe long.
Yeah. That was a great out, though.
Really good.
That should save his par. Tristan has a very long birdie bid.
Not a bad effort.
He wanted that one. And Rick, after going a little bit long on the drive, coming back for the birdie. All day, Rick. Tristan with his comeback par. That's good caddying right there.
Yeah, Gabe, local guy caddying for me. He had everything handled.
Nice. And Garrett will clean up a par. No worries out of that one. And you see the hood is on and it's starting to sprinkle a little bit out here.
Yeah, it was a jacket on, jacket off, jacket on.
It was annoying.
type of thing for a little while, where it would start raining kind of significantly and go away. Just desert, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of desert, there's a New Mexico putt
Yeah.
dropping in from Rick.
Yeah. Those things are happy in the desert.
On to hole 8. What's your play on this one, Nate?
I was trying a big forehand hyzer here. Didn't get, again, with 3 courses to prep, you don't get that much practice time on any of these holes. So that was the play I'm going to go with. Try to get a big hyzer out around. It works pretty well if you can keep it a little short. I also think about the backhand straight at it. So I'm still kind of in between plays on this one.
Ricky? That is a Champ Firebird.
That's nice.
Wow.
Just before the out of bounds.
Yeah, that OB does come into play, especially more with that straight shot you were thinking about taking,
definitely.
right?
That's kind of why I'm doing this, to try to put a lot more hyzer on it. This maybe is pushing a little straight. I couldn't really see. Yeah, and it hits that tree.
So to go a little long of the line you're going for?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit shorter just before that tree, and I think it's doing something pretty good.
It looks like it, right? You can see from Keenan's angle over there.
That's a little bit left. Decent distance.
That's another gatekeeper out of Tristan. Looks like the Color Glow Rock 3 from Double G. It just flips flat and just coasts.
And I got to think that's like a 60% power shot for him, which to me makes this all the more impressive.
Yeah.
That he's parking it like that, because to throw it just kind of like some intermediate smooth kind of power,
sure.
and just to hit the distance perfectly, it's such a touchy, great shot.
Yeah, I think it was 59 miles an hour if I'm remembering right, and that's not even
No.
anywhere close to his top power.
No.
That's practically a putt.
Ooh.
Tristan. And Ricky. Yeah. Rick has that look of, why didn't that go in?
Yeah.
No, Ricky.
Nose got down.
These go in. That was you cleaning up your par. Tristan and Rick will do the same, and then Double G gets to drop in his headbanger.
Yeah, perfect shot.
I almost put up the birdie graphic when it landed.
That's probably fair.
Right? What a shot.
Only birdie on the card.
Yeah. Strokes on folks, and he might have tied you. No,
I think it's one.
Yeah, you got one on him last hole. That's what it was. There's one Ricky putt. There's one Double G throw.
Mm-hmm.
Hole 9. Where are we going, Nate?
This one is a little bit right, just 339. It's a change from last year, so it's pretty open. No real OB, just a little bit of scrubby, rocky stuff on that right side. You can go straight mid-range or forehand driver here, I would say.
Looks like Double G is going straight mid-range with that Color Glow Rock 3.
Nice.
And when he throws that things, good things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky with the Furbird.
This is too high,
Needs to get down.
and that's going to be a little tricky.
Yeah, kind of a low ceiling look out of there.
And this was a spot where I'm going X-Cal here. This is not a good throw, and I think this is a Firebird hole. I'm
You think so?
realizing that as a, one practice round, a little bit of wind, and then got out here and just went with the game plan. But at 339, I think I should be going Firebird.
A nice little seasoned one. Get a little flip flat.
Yeah.
Tristan. This is a Pioneer out of him. Oh, roll into circle.
Yep. And mine still got inside the circle, so I'm still happy with it. But I think just a little game plan adjustment for next year, perhaps.
Nice. Rick?
We were joking that thing would have gone in from 60. Like that putt was going so fast.
I wish we had the radar gun on that one. It might have registered.
God, that is a nice putt as well.
And not the first one out of that guy. He has been banging them this round. You are looking to keep this thing going?
Yeah, pretty close. A little bit of rocks in the footing. And that one was just a lazy putt. Just never really, a little bit too late on the release, I think. Never really got the height it needed. One of the worst putts I've had this week.
And double G with the bird. Everybody getting a stroke on you there, Nate.
Yeah, and that's a tie game.
It is, isn't it? Wow. And Tristan sitting just one back. Rick lurking 3. This is a battle.
And considering I started 10 under on the first 9, this would be the first tie.
You've been winning outright
I've
the
been
entire
outright
time.
the whole time.
Yeah.
So now we got ourselves a tie.
Yeah, we do. Got a battle. Rick with that heater. That was a fun putt to watch. So was that round. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, sign up for our Patreon, and we can announce Champs vs. Chumps in Texas, Nate.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get down. So we'll have tickets on sale for our Patreon first, general public after that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you in part 2.